I am in many ways a two-headed person. I believe that when you flick on Channel 4 at 6:30, that if I were visiting your home in the flesh, I would carry myself a certain way and hope to dress a certain way. I see a visit to your home on a plasma screen no differently. So I do believe that since we've grown up with these broadcasts, we've grown up with a certain manner of behavior. You've come to expect a certain type of journalism and the way I address you if you've been kind enough to tune in to us. So that is the way I'm going to be at 6:30. I may be the last guy doing it. God willing, I keep this job for long enough. I may be the last white guy in a tie doing the evening news, certainly the only one today in New York to be wearing one. But, and when I can get it, when my friends like Jon Stewart and Dave and Jay and Conan invite me to make a guest appearance and stop by, it's just it's a release. You can have fun as long as you're not having fun with the figures and subjects you have to cover. So it's thanks to their kindness that I'm allowed to rip it up a little bit.
And yet in this, before we get to your question, as we tend to hear about more and more young people getting their news from Jon Stewart and Steve Colbert. I'm not sure the numbers necessarily support that, but I'm sure there are some people that are. Given where you sit, should we have some concerns about that?
I think we've got to hope that, like water, it reaches a natural level. I've got a son in high school, daughter in college. I look at them. I look at where they're getting it. Unfair comparison, because in our household, you're going to take in enough by osmosis to let you pass the current events test. But yeah, I worry about it. I think it's part of being a citizen in America, that old notion of the informed electorate. I've written about my concerns on this subject, about our me-centered culture and media these days. Whatever happened to us? And thank God, the greatest generation, as coined by a friend of mine, wasn't thinking of themselves as much as we seem to be these days. So yeah, I think that the part of your responsibility as a citizen is staying informed. I don't think anyone would confuse a comedy show with a newscast, and we'll try to work on that.